This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello viewers, glad to know you are watching your program. Those of you watching us in Faraway, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilori, Kano, Kaduna. Those of you watching us in Asaba, Enugu. Those of you watching us outside the south of Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, wherever you are watching via the online YouTube channels. I want to say thank you so very much. You are watching your program and you are watching Business and Economy Network. My name is still Peter Nwoche. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, wherever you are, brace yourself up because you are watching a deep and incisive program. In today's program, we have 3 Nigerians who have contributed in no small way to the development of Nigerian economy. Boys and girls, relax, brace yourself up, and hear about the stories of people like this. Well, for Company in Focus, we have the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Medview Airline PLC. And for Spotlight, we have the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of Innoson Group, that's Innoson Motor. And not left out for Straight Talk, we have the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of Design Rail Option. Company doing very well in the property and urban development in Nigeria. Like I said, these are economic builders, and it's interesting to know that they started small and today they have evolved. I'll be back after this time out. Relax and brace yourself up and learn.
Born and bred in Lagos State with a humble and modest beginning, the Chairman, Chief Executive Officer of Medview Airline PLC has the Almighty God to thank for all he is today and the success of the company. His success story started as a traveling agency on to cargo lifting, later started carrying Hajj pilgrims, and presently it's into scheduled regional and international aviation operations and has just been listed in the stock exchange market. Though not a government airline, the chairman has graciously allowed Medview to be called and serve as the airline of Nigerians. The listing on the stock exchange market is to serve the people better, training of more experienced hands, increase capacity, and inject more funds to the system.
Basically, we have to tell ourselves the journey, how it started. We came from background there where we didn't see nobody except God Almighty. And we kept trucking from a travel agency perspective. We went into cargo, we went into Hajj, and we ended up in scheduled operation and regional operation, international operation. In all, I would say, it has been God on our side. So what did you want to do? You just want to tell a story to Nigerians that a country with about 180 million without a national airline is sad. But this a window God created, as we call it, Airline of Nigeria, so that Nigerians, both in and outside, should buy into it so that we can all collectively bring something back to the people of this country. We need an airline that we can be proud of. And thank God today, maybe we have been showing the signs. So going into public is to increase the capacity in terms of equipment, bringing more experienced people on board, and inject more funds so that people can see the difference. There are a lot of routes that are dying. During our days, we have about 60 bilateral air service agreements with countries. So what it means is that we are partners in 60 countries where Nigerians at that time, I'm not talking of now, where we can talk about bilateral relationships. So we can go here, we're going here. But most of these people from European side, from the African side, from American side, United States, so they're all here. None of us from this side is going there. So it means it becomes a one-sided business affair. And who are the people traveling? They are Nigerians. So we encourage everybody to reason with all these new challenges, and so that we can be something back home. You feel proud. You have the patriotism in you, that you see that this is your own airline, carrying your own people, doing the same thing that every other person cannot do. That's what have made our performance in London very great. We are one airline that provides for Nigerian and African cuisine on board. Amala, Ewedu, it goes with Abula. And we give you vegetable with pounded yam, fine goat meat, pepper soup, fish pepper soup. So you can't find it. Be virgin, nobody can get it for you. So that's why you see that when you fly, maybe it's just a home away from home. I thank God for that. For real, we're in Jeddah already. That being our home base. As I mentioned a couple of weeks or months ago, we celebrated 10 years on the Hajj. We have a record where we have lifted about 300,000 souls in and out. An average is about 140 flights in one segment multiplied by 10. This has been God being kind to this company. Flying in and out, no accident, no incident, no issues. So what else do we have to do? Give thanks to him for his support, for everything. Holding the sky for you is not a compromise. So you have to thank yourself. Moving human being. At the point in time, I ask myself, when you see the large human being in Saudi Arabia moving Makkah, Medina, Muna, Rafah, now you can see the symbol of envy in the shoulders of these Hajjis, 20, 30,000. So we are part of this. I think we give thanks to God for that. He being a wonderful God. I will continue to worship him, and that's the end of the game.
In the past, various acts and laws have been put in place to better the aviation sector in order to be able to measure up with aviation guidelines and rules in other countries. But our past leaders didn't help much in this aspect, as they didn't get it right in some ways. In all, past and present leaders have found Medview a worthy career, and it has achieved remarkable success with the Hajj Commission. Medview has mapped out modalities for easy connectivity to all West African sub-region and all coastal lines. Fly Medview to London, Accra, Jeddah, Dubai, and almost all states in Nigeria. In its years of operation, the airline has never recorded any ugly incidents or accidents, and they have never failed to acknowledge the God factor.
I mentioned in one of your interviews that there was an act of parliament that was enacted, and National Commission that we have today came into being. And at inception, like I did tell people, those who want to know the history, there was an Hajj Commission then that was established during the era of Babangida. Unfortunately, those leaders, I want to say they are our father today, did not get it right. So the then next government cancelled those. Then the new government came in and brought it back to life. Unfortunately, we have the chairman CEO at that point in time, who happened to be the current minister of Federal Capital Territory. Nice brother, humble, blunt to a fault, sincere person. You cannot beat him. He doesn't need anything from you, not to price him more than that. He's quite gentleman. And he could find somebody like me, blunt, determined to do what I said I want to do, and it match each other. And I want to inform you that we're still one airline that has sustained that track. 10 years on the, I met a lot of them on the road. They are no more there. So I don't know. I have to thank God for that. So that's the game. So Hajj Commission is part of Medview Airline. We are one airline that is involved in everything that is going on in Hajj Commission. We carry cargo, we do the tour operator, and we do the airlift. So what else we have to keep saying to God? And we always tell them, every one of them, including the president, chairman, and everybody, that the only answer to the game is barakah from Allah. Our intention today, as you know, we operate Ghana flights, Accra flights seriously, and we are telling our West African family in London, in other European countries, bring them home and connect Medview in the morning to Accra. We are doing that right away. To tell you, Dubai is the same. We'll extend our flight to Accra to 7. So for any members of West African family members coming in on all these, that's our intention, all this coastline, we bring you to Lagos and take you all the way to Dubai, take you all to watching the Baltimore, take you all to London, and take you all to Lisbon. So that's the game. So be rest assured that before the end of the year, we'll tell you the story.
Talking about capability and durability, Nigerians have nothing to fear when it comes to riding Innoson motors. At inception, staffs were sent abroad for training. Later, experts numbering not less than 50 were also in Nigeria to train. But today, Nigerians have taken over the position of experts, reducing them to just 15. Over the years, Innoson have manufactured, not assembled, arrays of vehicles such as buses, cars, pickup vans, SUVs, and BRT. Enugu State has a success story to tell about the durability, convenience, and comfortable nature of Innoson motors. Recently, the chairman, chief executive officer, Chief Innoson Ifediasios Chukuma, took a tour to Borno State to understand the terrain and was able to design and produce fighter jets suitable to achieve success and win the fight against insurgency.
When I started the motor manufacturing, I take some Nigerians trained overseas, but finally I employ 60 foreigners. But today I have only 15 foreigners. So when they are training our people, they are going. The day we started, we had 60, but today they are only 15. Maybe next year there will be 10 or less than 10. So when our Nigerians learn the job and understand the job, those trainees will go. I have the capacity to produce any seater of a bus, no matter any type they want. Let them tell me, I make the formula, because I'm manufacturing, I'm not assembling. I manufacture. I will produce exactly what they want. The difference from my factory and the others that they are assembling, but we are manufacturing. That's the difference. That's why we can do buses, we can do car, we can do pickup, we can do SUV. We are manufacturing, not assembling. That's the difference.
Okay.
So no matter what, if the BRT give me an order, I will produce them, supply them faster, better quality than what they are importing, and backup spare parts. Enugu State is doing it. Enugu State, don't you see the BAT of Enugu State? They bought it from me 6 years ago, and it's still on the road. I have everything. What I am doing is to move Nigeria forward, and also I want to prove to the world that what other people can do, that Nigerians can do the same thing. What you need is to support. We can do the same thing. I produced those vehicles for Nigerian military because I went to Meduguri to see the terrain of what they are doing. I come back and design something and make the production. That's why I tell you, we are doing manufacturing. We are not assembling. You understand? When I see the terrain of what they are doing, I design that vehicle and produce them and send it to them to use, for them to give me the report of what they see. Before I get design and everything, it takes me 2 years. But if they need it now, it will take me a few months. I'll give them. Nigeria Air Force has a problem in the fighter jets. Yes. The socks of the spare parts. Because of the equipment I have on ground, I can be able to make it for them. They tell me what they want. I receive the one that they are using before. I use it to use my equipment and do the same thing for them. And they use, and that's what they're using now. And they're happy with it. I do the iron part of it in my factory in Navy, and combine them together and give them to go and wash. They test the first one, confirm it, okay. They bring others. All the jets they have now, that those things is what, that is the major problem they have. I make it all of them, all their jets is flying now.
As a manufacturing company resident in Nigeria, challenges abound, and the most pressing for Innoson is the issue of forex for easy purchase of necessary materials, which will aid and support a constant and consistent production cycle for proper planning and forecasting. Innoson Motors desires to go into the production of vehicle engines fully. This will prove to the world that in Nigeria it is possible. The company is driven with the sole aim to move Nigeria forward industrially.
If things are going well, my focus now is to make sure we produce engine in Nigeria, and also to make sure that most people in Africa are using the same vehicle. That's where is my target. If I achieve this, I know I achieve my target. And the only way I can achieve it, if the CBN governor can be allowed telling us every month how much foreign exchange he can allocate to us, so that we can plan our production. But without giving us anything, it's difficult to achieve. And I know if after I achieve these things, we'll be getting the foreign exchange back from all the African countries, because they won't have choice than to buy from us. But you must build a house before you enter. You understand? If they really understand that manufacturing is important in Nigeria, they have to tell somebody like us how much is money they can give us every month. We plan our production that way. No matter how small, we can manage. The important thing is to give us at all. And I didn't say that they should give us everything. They will plan our production that system. But not that when you apply, it will take them 6 months to give. How can you control your production? It's difficult. You understand? So if the CBN governor wants to get it correct, they have to. Let them, I don't want them to give us exactly what we want, but let them tell us that we are entitled of $1 every month. That's okay. We plan our production that way. We plan what the most important items, using it to get it. Then production will be going. But apply, you cannot get. It makes people to be confused. You understand? So if they can be able to tell us that every month we are entitled to have $1 to make your production, to get to a foreign import, that's what we can give you. We will accept it.
Do you know you are being reliable and incisively being educated and informed? You are watching Business and Economy Network.
When asked how to assess and acquire houses built by Design Real Options Limited, the chairman, chief executive officer, Alhaji Aliyu Hamadu, has this to say.
Firstly, if you click to our website www.designrealoptions.com, you can see all our projects in the website. We have the contact numbers, and then with our office address here in Abuja as well. And then if you go around these districts, you can see our signboards and other things. And then still through the TV stations and radio stations, we do. Our houses is very affordable. As I told you earlier, that our houses are service apartments. We provide all the services, the security, CCTV, generator, 24 hours, road networks, all the services. And it's just for you to wait for the delivery. And then based on the agreed price, we spread it over the construction period, mostly 4 to 5 installments. It depends on the project duration, just to make it affordable for the people. And then we are partnering with mortgage institutions and with government now with the introduction of fish. And I think through all this medium, you can have access to our properties.
In his advice to Nigerian youths and response to if Nigeria lack managerial skills in carrying out projects, here are his responses.
Sometimes, well, I don't want to go deep into it. You'll see a graduate that he graduated from a university, but when he came out of the university, he's liking a lot of things. So he only knows it in the paper. So I think still I will throw it back to the government, our universities, our colleges of education. I think let them strengthen and overhaul the system for engaging practical trainings, more orientations before you graduated. I think that will help our graduates to put more in the profession. And then secondly, because of our attitude, I think these are one of the challenging part of management, our attitudes. If you are an employee, maybe sometimes even I will not call it intentionally, I will just call it maybe lack of experience, yes. But like now in our organization, before we employ you, we make sure that we all do the necessary, yes, all the necessary diligence. We make sure that you are up to that capacity of the responsibility that we are shouldering on you, so that will not have some leakages. And because of the sensitive nature of our business in terms of quality, in terms of delivery, and in terms of efficiency as well. So and then during the process and procedure, they all undergoes into inductions, trainings on that particular schedule that we're given to you, and we make sure that we do all necessary so that we will not have any leakages along the line. And then we even support them with trainings within and outside the country, so that we get what we want from them. As I told you earlier, I started working with FCDA, but I was very scared when I told my parents that they were very scared when I told them that I'm resigning from, because they are thinking of my future. Okay, when I leave government work, what will I be doing? I said there is so much opportunity in the private sector, and like this construction industry, the market is very big. Even if we have 100 companies like me with this housing deficit, you can achieve it, but there must be a dedication, hard working, and you need to be very honest, you know, and anything that you see is possible. I can't believe it when people are seeing what we have achieved. Sometimes I say, okay, but I think all this success, we achieve it still with the young Nigerians, with my staff, we all achieve this thing. So everything is possible in this life. So, and in this our sector, there is so much opportunity in it, and with dedication and hard working, you can achieve it.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Well, this is where we draw the wrap of the program today. Remember, anything that has a beginning definitely must come to an end. Remember this: perseverance, determination, and focus. This has been the story of Medview Airline. This has also been the story of Innoson Group, and also this has been the story of Design Rail Option. What are you waiting for? You can do it. Believe in yourself. Be determined. Remain focused. Don't allow anything to take you down or to pull you down. You are meant for the top. I'll see you again same time next week, God's willing. I am doing my own part. What about you? Stay blessed.